Alright, good evening everybody, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was waiting for that perfect music moment to cut in. This is truly an epic track. Factorio is full of epic tracks, man. I gotta tune it down for myself, but I feel like I'm screaming. Can we get some stats on Red and Syrup? Sure. If I can get the gi back. Here are my inserter stats. Let's go global. 9,000 long-handed inserters produced. We gotta see build. We built 9.4k, but we deconstructed 5.1k of those. So you can do the math on how many inserters I built. I'm feeling too lazy already, even though I just started the stream, so that's not a good promise. I don't know, like 10,000 inserters or so. 20,000 maybe. There's a lot of inserters on the map. In total. I mean, my inserter count is bumped massively by having all kinds of setups like these. There's a lot of inserters just to feed one building. Mike would make an excellent Pianodons player with that attitude. You people keep saying that, or maybe it's just you, Obsolete. You're just trying to trick me into playing Pianodons. I might have to check that out at some point. But one thing is for sure, I definitely should not check out Pianodons alongside 1000 times Science Cost Vanilla. I would die of old age before either series was finished. So for now we're gonna keep it at 1000 times Science Cost. Thanks Mark Free for the 3rd month of Prime subscriptions, thanks a bunch. Let's not burn our hair on the last stretch. Right. I think I caught up mostly. Pianodons is like a year-long project. Yeah, this seems to become around a year-long project as well, as if we're just going for finishing the game. I think we're about 7 or 8 months in now. Well, it's good. We have already built out 2 planets, so there's only 3 more to go. We are 40% of the way done. Right, that doesn't sound very motivating. Chat was trying to get you to play Pianodons as well. I don't know, man. The furthest I know about modded Factorio is a C block, I suppose, and that's because I watched Joshington's video, and he built a really well-designed base for that mod, and that is something. I mean, it was a pretty interesting video for as far as you can make C block interesting, but I mean, I started to zone out after the so many weird named chemical process which had to be done. I'm not really sure I would enjoy that type of difficulty. That might not be so suited for me, but who knows, I might give it a try at some point. I'm in an unofficial race against Obsolete Alien, who will finish the playthrough first. Me at 1000 times Science Cost Vanilla, or Obsolete, who's trying to beat Pianodons by December. Right. Last time, what did we do last time? Last time we mostly went to Norvis, I think. And tried to make things right over here. With basically, if I want to export over 2 bells of plastics, I should also connect over 2 bells of plastics and not just 2, that won't work. So we got some actual bots loading rockets now. Look at me, I'm all grown up. No more inserter fed rocket silos. Well, on Norvis, it counts. So some part is automated. We got a lot of roboports, like a normal player. And we're actually exporting enough plastics to Vulcanus now to build localized low density structures and blue chips. We did some part of the design on cam. I finished the design this morning. I was thinking about streaming it, but it's not really that interesting. I just fiddled with belts and stuff to make it look pretty and all that kind of stuff. Not efficient. LDS, easy. Just 4 of these things should make enough low density structures for all the rockets will ever launch from here. This is 230 rocket fuel a minute. So this is over 230 low density structures a minute. And this is going to be over 230 blue chips a minute. Yeah, this is the finished version. Let me actually... Let's go in editor mode, just to show it off. Alright. So that's how it's gonna look basically. We have the 5th belt of plastic coming in here, branching off to red chips. Of course we've got some cursed belt weaving because we can. I've got 2 colors of belts now, so I'm gonna use them. Inserting copper cable, red chips and copper cable, green chips and plastics from a belt. Plastics and green chips are gonna be... plastics is gonna come in from here. Copper cable is gonna come in from over here, just 1 foundry will do. Just the old Norvi setup. And then green chips, I've actually slowed down blue chips a little bit, so I've got a little bit of extra green chips left over. So of course we're feeding those out onto a belt as well. And we have that extra 1 green chip a second left over for red chips, so that's the idea. And then low density structures moved over here. We're gonna be side loading both belts. And just feeding that to this rocket silo as well as to the 4 rocket silos up there. So that's the idea, that's the goal. Like I said, we've got the plastics to do it now. Since let's actually reload and get started at the same time. The run gets faster with every planet. I hope so. Alright, now I forgot what I was trying to do. Oh yeah, we got enough plastics now. I think all of these chests are actually not quite yet filled. But we've got 244k plastics in the system. We are requesting 4k times 80, so that's 320k. So yeah, we are most of the way there towards having all of these buffer chests filled up. And then we'll just bring plastics down at true rate. So currently we are still bringing processing units and low density structures to Vulcanus. We're going to delete those and switch over to plastics entirely. But only after we build that, of course. So the other thing we did last time is copy the spaceship. So now we've got 2 spaceships. Bringing calcite and science to Norvis and hauling in plastics. And for now, blue chips and low density structures. So that's why Norvis now has so many rocket silos. Originally this was designed to bring up 100 items, hundreds of items per ship arrival. Now it's doing tens of thousands, so that wasn't quite working out with 2 orders of magnitude difference. But this is starting to look more and more like a normal player playthrough, so we're making progress. Only 400 hours before we got to that point. Anyway, we've got a job to do, and the job is building this and hooking it up. I did spend a little bit more time on a couple other blueprints as well. It's not in there, it's just in here. So this is gonna be molten iron and copper for low density structures. I'm gonna be reusing this molten copper. Now we are voiding it with this DJ turntable reading low density signals of the bells around here. Just voiding all the copper. We can set a condition on this and just pump out the copper. It should be exactly enough molten copper to keep low density structures going. That was that coincidence was so coincidental, I just had to use this. So we'll see how that goes. First thing though is we're gonna actually build these 2 setups in their respective locations. So let's just pick this up. I want to keep the trees. Here's a G-zip compressed secret. Enjoy. Thanks. I'm going to leave that for somebody else to decode. Alright. So we're trying to finish up Vulcanus today. I might become the first person in the history of Factorio who is going to mine out their calcite patch before their starter tungsten patch and their starter coal patch. In fact, we haven't mined a single piece of coal from our starter coal patch. And we've only mined 50k tungsten from here on our very first visit when we were just trying to get our initial rare mining drills and foundries. Well, while we kept Johnny busy on the other side of his territory, we mined 50k tungsten from under his nose. So he gets to live and just guard the tungsten forever. Of course, we've got a surveillance program. Anyway, let's speed it up. There's only 28k calcite left of the 740 we started with. 3.7, 1.7. This drill has 22k left to go. I guess we're gonna mine slower. No, I want to mine. I'm gonna delete these extra miners at the end. I just want to get it emptied out. So these are temporary. Alright, so yeah, I think we'll leave the miners in place here. It's uncommon drills, so we don't really want those later on anyway. Alright. Another thing to do before we really get started. Yeah, we had an accident over here. A remotely triggered accident. It was not very accidental. We had to make space in the landing pad somehow. So now we've got a landmark over there with, I don't know, what was again? 24,000? Yeah, 24,000 pieces of carbon just laying on the floor. I think we were done with making rare mining drills. I've got all of them in my inventory. That's more than we'll ever need, at least until we can make legendaries for sure. And we also finished up all the foundries. Slightly less, but that's all I got at the moment. So okay, we already got tons of rare discs here as well. Alright, this and then these two. Alright, so I guess when this fills up, we will definitely have enough to make some speed module trees and later on some quantum processors in rare quality. For the rest, there are not really that many uses for these. We can always bring over some more quality steel and concrete and electronic circuits if we need more foundries, but I think we'll have enough. So we probably... let's just leave it up, it's not really in the way. In case we ever need to make more. But yeah, we've got a good deal of mining drills now. And that's all of our foundries, I think. I think we got some more on the original laser slab. Yeah, more drills and more foundries are on there as well. Not really sure I'm ever going to use the regular ones. Alright. So I guess the last thing to tie it all together, we've got 2k SPM over here for metallurgic science. It's quite compact, despite not having any of the end game like productivity technologies yet. So just some machinery, rare beacons, rare modules, and you can get up to pretty fast speed. So we're getting one compressed belt of science out of that. Stashing it up when the rockets are not here, and loading 2 belts on rockets when one of these ships is over here. Same for purple science, although purple science we're only producing 1k a minute at the moment. We need these things. and these things to get to 2k SPM. It's going to be as simple as just slapping the upgrades on, and everything has been designed to produce 2k SPM with those two technologies in mind. So it just runs how it runs now. Not very balanced, but it will be after the Assembly Machine Mark III upgrade. This is all the purple sign stuff coming in. We are direct feeding rails into purple signs here, one on one, with kind of a weird... Don't look at this too much. You can take a print screen to decipher it if you must. I'm gonna scroll away now. Alright, the last thing we need to do to actually make this work is stop importing blue chips and low density structures from over here and just switch it over to plastic. We want to get rid of this completely. I think purple signs should be running continuously now. This is the purple signs line, yeah, 1k a minute. And this is since we built this second ship with plastics. Before we had a bunch of zigzagging in production. But now it's nice and flat. So the last thing we need to do is just build those blueprints we partially designed last time and which I just finished off cam. This is kind of dangerous. I can just shift click. Wait. Switch off the roboport. Then it's gonna be as easy as just copying this part, I suppose. And just pasting this part, and then we'll see what we are missing. What else is there? Right, this belt is rotated. We got this power line here in the way. Let's move that out of the way. Suppose we can get rid of that guy entirely. Alright, we can just see what we can do here. I think now only this belt is in the way. Alright, we got the 5th belt of plastic. I forgot about that one. These gotta come up a little. Already obsessing over power line placement. That's a check. Let's move that out of the way completely. Right, so now I'm pretty positive that nothing else is in the way except for this belt. So we can temporarily rotate that, I suppose. If we are fast enough, we should get everything up before something goes wrong. Alright, so now I did not shift click. So I'm actually gonna move it back now. I did not need to shift click, so that's alright. We'll disable the side loading for now. That's what we need to build up here. We are in roboport range for that part. Okay, I see. Right. We're gonna be missing a bunch of items, I'm sure, but I think we'll just build it and see how it goes. We can temporarily delete this. It contains Steam keys. Alright. Thanks then, Satanic Goat, for providing some copies of the game for some people. I hope you obtained them legitimately. Are you going to do the strat with only using uncommon, or that is probably a much later game thing? We're gonna need some regular quality foundries, and I don't have any. And our ship with those foundries is hovering above Novice. So I'll have to wait for that guy to come back. He still needs to loot. 60,000 plastics on board, so that's gonna take a while. Rickroll. Legendary. Alright, so it does seem we have enough bot power to at least make the first 10 launches happen before the bots need to go recharge. But I doubt they'll all be recharged before they start loading the second batch of plastic rockets. Do you have plans for Fulgora? I've got a general idea, but yeah, Fulgora is going to be a tough planet, man. I haven't really thought about Fulgora yet at all. I think we might be able to do that post-Gleba. Just set up science production post-Gleba. And try to make use of Mark III productivity to reduce the size of the build we need. It's actually going pretty well. Yeah, now all the robots have bots with plastics. And those are gonna like fight for a place to charge together with the bots which are going to rest, so that is going to take a bit longer. Alright. What else are we missing? 2 storage tanks, sure. A bunch of modules, a bunch of underground pipes, some red bells. Yeah, we just need to pay a visit to our quote-unquote mall. Let's also control Z. Yeah, I'm sure. I want to also build this part. It is very, very compact compared to blue chips. Right. Okay, we made a whole bunch of those last time. Let's grab them. I still have loads more inserters. Don't think I used that many. Yeah, modules, we're just gonna have to make those. We don't have those in stock because we want to know which type of module we need before we actually make him. Look here, I've got a belt mole, an actual belt mole. I think I used some of those as well. Alright, let's have another go with it. That should do most of the belt stuff. And that will be only module stuff which we are missing. And then those foundries, the base quality foundries. I guess we can make... I don't really want to set up base quality foundries at the moment. To make sure I don't miss it, I could just request down temporarily like a stack of foundries. But yeah, regular quality foundries are surprisingly useful still, even though we technically have more rare ones in stock than regulars at the moment. For some recipes they are just so fast, like this makes 15 copper cable a second, almost 16. That requires 8 of these inserters to pick them out. And yeah, we are using those 15.8 copper cables to make 8 circuits a minute. And then we need those again to make blue chips. Those have to be yet sped up by the beacons, which are unpowered, so it's not visible in the mouse over stats. Right. Alright, so now we're just missing efficiency modules and 7 foundries, so that's alright. I think the ship should probably be about ready to leave. 8,000 on the way, so the last 4 launches are happening. How's it going here? We're waiting for purple signs. Or time to pass. Guess I can try to make him fly slightly more often. We have some more efficiency modules as well. I do have a bunch of them on me still. So what do I need? Oh wait, don't have the armor on. $45 great quality modules. No! That was my mistake. Come back to me. I didn't mean it. I think we gotta connect this belt of plastic as well. We'll hold it off there. Oh, we can hold it off on the splitter itself. No, let's not. Let's do it like this. Alright. $45. We can just do 45 times 5 divided by 1.5. That's roughly how many chips we'll need. 150. We don't need to build much else here, so I'm not gonna overbuild too much. I've got... We need to make some more Mark 1 modules then. So again, if we need 160 of those... We need less than 600 chips of each, so we'll do 600. And that might be the last modules we have to make on this planet. Let's get those started. Alright. We are on the way back, so we should receive our foundries soon. A couple minutes. I'm not yet rich enough where I can just spam everything inside. Okay, all of these are done. I think I ratioed that correctly, so we should get 45 or a bit more. What else is there to do in Vulcanus after we built out this? I think we just need to maybe hook up one more belt of tungsten. Since this belt will stop running, it's gonna be... This is quality ore. So it has a lot of quality tungsten going in. And that's just gonna clog up right here at the splitter if I can find it. So these two bells are just gonna clog because this is gonna back up at some point. So we need 2 more bells of tungsten to keep this going at full speed, even if this belt is not running. We are doing 1800 a minute. But that's not gonna last. Right, all of this is empty. That's good. I've got 60 of those modules, so that's good as well. There's the ship here. It's about to arrive. I just stand here and watch everything fall in. And then the bots will have their day as well. Enjoy the last moments of the laser slap. Internet gone. Might be back again. Or it just dropped or what? Okay, looks like we're coming back-ish. No, it was my end. Here it all comes, including the foundries. Let the bots go ham. Picking up 2,000 at a time with these 1,000 bots. Alright. I'm gonna take those. We're gonna drop another 20. I guess we'll take those as well, because I'm never gonna find them in here anymore. Just waiting to see if the bitrate is okay. The bitrate is not okay. It doesn't really look like I can do something about it at the moment. It looks like it's getting better. We're back up to full speed. Hopefully it stays. This is a great shot to have when your bitrate is down with all the bots flying around. Should have maybe gone somewhere else. Anyway, that's all the modules. And no more blinking indicator for that we're missing something. So we just need to connect it to some power. Really sure where to put it. That's fine. Alright, something like that might do. And I guess I designed it where I had the global power network enabled, because obviously I'm missing a power line here. Alright, I'll flip those around to disconnect iron and copper. Let's go to stage 2. Okay, bitrate seems to be back again, so that's good. Stage 2 is this part. Yeah. I tried to make it look nice around the lake. But there are a couple issues here. I guess let's try starting from here. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to try to use this to get the copper for low density structures. Which means this always needs to be able to run, so what we've done is we've added a splitter here with output priority to the left, so it keeps going to purple signs if needed, but if not, it's gonna go on this blue 2B blue belt. And we'll toss it in the lava right here. I guess we do need a big one. There should be 4 more over here, I suppose. 16 inserters should be able to handle most of the stone. We're gonna be eating some stone, so... And there's... No, there's not another one over here. That's gonna be fast enough for now, though. And then I tried to... Right, so now we have a white... Alright, and then we have, another copper maker over here, because this is the copper for blue chips. I designed it independently before I realized I also need copper and iron for low density structures. So this is for blue chips, this is an iron for low density structures, and copper is over here. F again, don't tell me what's going on today. Strange stuff. I should be at the good streaming location now, but it appears we have a little bit of an issue. Right, let's just put it on break. We'll put the technology window instead. Yeah, it's quite bad. I don't know what's going on. I could try switching to my phone. I don't have my phone nearby though. Sound on Twitch is gone, we get that again. Yeah, bitrate is coming back. But now sound on Twitch is gone, I suppose. If we get another, if it keeps happening, if we get another bitrate dip, I'll restart the stream with running from my phone network or something. I don't know what's going on. This is the landline. It should be good normally. Right. So we got the copper from there. We need some calcite. Which is what this belt is for. This goes next to the lava, and we kind of have a little bit of a problem because undergrounds don't exist. So we gotta do some creative management, I suppose. It's too long to go in one go. So I guess we'll have some more lovely belt weaving, because I know everybody loves that. Wait a sec. And we got another weird corner over here. I forgot how I solved that already. Probably something like that. Power line in there.